Hey guys, it's the Insane Machine Cody Hawkins, and you're watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer. This is going to be the NXT review for the week of January 28, 2015. And again, if you were really gullible enough to cancel your WWE Network subscription because you were not happy about the Royal Rumble, then you really missed out some really good stuff on NXT this week. I promise you that. But then again, with WWE Network being free for February, that might get people back. You never know. And I really hope they do come back because we got some great stuff to talk about, especially when it pertains to NXT. First off, the NXT Tag Team Championship on the line. Lucha Dragons defending against Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy, the guys who beat the Vaudevillains last week. And I really honestly thought it would be a good, entertaining match in itself. Did I ever think that they would drop the titles off the Lucha Dragons and put it on Murphy and Blake? I didn't think that. I didn't see that coming. And that's one of the elements I love about NXT and their creative direction, that, you know, even the fans would chant, "This is wrestling." And to me, it is. It is, and that's what makes NXT so entertaining to watch. Kalysto had hit the SDS on Murphy, but did not see the tag from Blake, and Blake would come and do a stacked up pin on Kalysto, and right then and there, your new NXT Tag Team Champions, Murphy and Blake. So congratulations to those guys. We continue the number one contenders tournament as a belch a little bit inside. Sorry about that. We continued the number one contenders tournament with Adrian, Neville, and Tyson Kidd. Now something that needs to be brought up because it happened in the flash, and one of the advantages about the WWE Network, you can actually rewind and pause and pause and pause. There was a little bit of a pop-up, in a sense, that happened. And there was a figure there. I could not make out who the person was, even with it paused. And then the ending of it, there's the name Solomon. And there's a raven in the background of it, which to me signifies a new person coming to NXT. Now, who this person is, I have absolutely, positively no idea who the person is. But, you know, if this is the way they're going to start building up this guy leading into his debut, I'll tell you what, if they make him debut at TakeOver, to me, it's too soon. It's too soon because there hasn't been enough of a build-up for the guy. I mean, normally you would see a few vignettes from a new guy before he actually makes his debut. If they make him debut only after, it would be 2 weeks, there's really no build-up for the guy. I mean, you really can't build up a person in 2 weeks like that. But then again, they've been taking interesting creative directions. Now, I think this is a new guy. I am not positive on that. This could be somebody that we're already familiar with, just under a new name and a new gimmick. It's possible. Anyway, the matchup with Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville, man, this is one of the things I love to watch on NXT, and it's something Rick Head, the hardcore host of Hardcore Wrestling Radio, says all the time, that it's balls to the wall wrestling, and that's exactly one of the reasons why NXT is so amazing to watch, is that style of wrestling that is just so entertaining, and why we don't see full balls to the wall all the time on the main roster. It's just, I don't know. Some people are saying Vince McMahon has lost his touch, you know, has been out of touch with what wrestling fans are into nowadays. And in some instances, I have to agree with what some of the people are saying about it, you know. But anyway, it was a great matchup. Even the fans chanting, "This is wrestling" during the match. That means it's really, really good. Adrian Neville would hit the red arrow on Tyson Kidd to pick up the victory. I'm glad they really didn't play up on anything about the whole cat thing. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I got to say, I'm really looking forward to seeing who this Solomon guy is. You know, I'm just a little bit intrigued as to who this person is. Up next, we would have Charlotte and Bayley taking on Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, basically a precursor to the Fatal 4-Way match for the Women's Championship. And it kind of went the way I expected it to go. I expected it to break down and into a fight, and the referee would end up having to throw the match out. That's exactly what happened. And so it ended in a no contest for that. Following that, we would have Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey. And once again, it would have Baron Corbin be the more dominant guy in the match. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. And I'm really glad that the matchup won 30 seconds, like we've been normally seeing him squashing jobbers left and right, leading into his first really big match. But Baron Corbin really showing me some interesting stuff. No, this is really an angle, really a feud now, really building, because even after the matchup backstage, because Baron Corbin would hit the end of days on Bull Dempsey to pick up the win and advance in the tournament. So the tournament bracket is like this, guys. In the semifinals, it'll be Hideo Itami taking on Finn Balor. And in the other semifinals match, Adrian Neville and Baron Corbin. This tournament is really, really turning out to be really good. You know, think about it. Baron Corbin against technically widely considered to be one of the most dominant NXT champions in NXT history, holding the championship over 300 days. I love the way they're playing this out. I really do. Speaking of what the way things play out, the contract signing between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Owens refusing to sign unless there is a price or a prize, that he only fights for a price. He doesn't fight for free. And he said that price is the NXT championship. If Regal makes it a championship match, he will then sign the contract. And Sami Zayn agreed. Regal's made it a championship match. So now at NXT TakeOver, the main event has gone from a non-title match to a title match, which places a lot more emphasis on what they're going to do at TakeOver. I mean, just, you know, even if it wasn't for a championship, considering the history that these guys have had, El Generico and Kevin Steen in the Indies for years and years, and now they're in NXT in an NXT championship match, this will definitely be something to behold February the 11th. I promise you guys that. Overall score on NXT this week is going to get a 4 out of 5. I thought it was really, really good. Best match of the night, I'm going to give it to Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville. It really was an exciting match to behold. People really don't give Tyson Kidd enough credit, but he really is talented. The cat gimmick is a little bit lame, but in-ring ability is just phenomenal, and really, really gelled and really worked well with Adrian Neville. And now how they're going to play out Baron Corbin and Adrian Neville in the semifinals next week will be something interesting to see, as well as Finn Balor and Hideo Itami. I really don't have a worse match of the night because I'm such a big fan, but I'm going to call interesting part of the night is this little pop-up with this Solomon guy, whoever this guy is, because it's now kind of piqued my interest as to who this guy is. And if you guys out there have any thoughts about who this Solomon guy is, I definitely want to know what you guys out there have to say. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Guys, WGS-TV is all over on social media on Facebook.com/WGS-TV, Twitter.com/TheWrestleGamer, Instagram.com/TheWrestleGamer. If you guys want the links to that, be sure you expand the description box below. And also on Tumblr too. I'm sorry. It's a new outro, guys. I'm going to get used to doing it, but all the links to WGS-TV on social media will be in the description box below. Be sure you expand that description box and check them out. Again, officially, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Facebook.com/WGS-TV, and don't forget to please subscribe if you haven't yet to YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. So with that being said, I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Double Baby Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching. Alright, so let's start off getting some sentiments.